always put all your energy into one thing, crush it, then move on to the next. That is super important. Don't have one foot here, one foot in the other. Pick one thing and fucking go for it.
Came up from the bottom to the top. And the young is gonna never stop. And he always punching in the clock.
What a warm up. That was incredible. Oh man. Okay. Everyone, my name is Adam. I went through Mike's program in the beginning of January, February. I think it was January is when I started. But I just want to share a little bit about myself. And then, of course, we'll open the floor for some questions. I'm not sure, Chris, how you exactly structure these, but I'm just going to share a little bit about myself. But basically, two younger brothers, mom and dad, born and raised in Georgia, from Atlanta. And I played basketball, played multiple sports, went to high school, went to college, but actually went to college for only 2 years. And then I dropped out. It was not for me. It's not my path. I actually went into I chose business just to pick a degree. I had no clue what I actually wanted to do. And I walked into, I think my very first class for that degree. And it was some statistics bullshit. And I walked out of that class and everyone, I'm not kidding. So everyone's walking out of the classroom right next to me. I'm kind of like in the middle of the doorway, just outside of it. And I should have moved, but I said out loud, people think I'm some crazy person, but I said out loud, I am never, ever stepping foot back into that room again. I texted my dad, I think a few days later, and I said, hey, Dad, I'm dropping out. This is not for me. I'm done.
Damn.
He was very worried, but I explained to him why. And then he was like, okay, if that's what you really want to do, then that's totally fine. And so my last college class was a study abroad trip to France. And it was from that trip that I got the travel bug, and I knew that I wanted to travel the world someday, and I had an absolutely incredible time. But I went and worked with some fraternity brothers. They had a startup company, and things turned toxic. It was not the right environment for me, so I went and drove for Uber and Lyft. I worked at Topgolf. I worked for my dad's engineering company. And it was from working at that job that I got to do a little bit of traveling, like going to California, going to Yosemite, and seeing some beautiful places again, is where that travel bug kicked back in. I was also going through some rough times with my family, and my mental health was tanking very fast. I was not doing well. And so I decided to make a big change. My dad actually fired me from that job. My dad fired me from that company. I was in a bad mental space. And so I decided to leave my apartment, sold furniture, sold my car, sold everything I could. And I bought a one-way ticket to Peru. So I went to Peru and had an absolute incredible time. And then I went to Bali, Singapore, Malaysia, Australia. I was gone for a total of about 1 year and 3 months and had an absolute life-changing experience. Please do some traveling if you can. You'll learn a lot about yourself in the world. Highly recommend it. So I came back and I was square one, back in my mom's basement, but now with a clear mind of what I wanted for myself. And so I was working for this travel company, and it was rent a camper van out, go travel, have a good time. This was back in Atlanta. And I had a great time doing that because it was travel related. I was working with people. I was selling them on upsells to get them to buy more things for their trip. So I was learning a little bit of sales from there as well. Also, I was working in a call center while I was in Sydney. That's where I really started to understand sales and how powerful it was and where the money could really be made. So I just wanted to bring that into the story as well. But so I'm in my mom's basement, and bam, pandemic hits. So not only am I working for a small business, but it's also in the travel industry. So it got hit hard, and I was one of their only employees. So they had to let go of me. It was mutual. I just had to leave. And I was back at square one again of like, what the hell do I do? So I basically just had a lot of awakening moments about the world and what was going on with the whole pandemic. And I just realized that, okay, like I want to make a lot of money and I want to make it pretty damn quick. So how do I do that? So I looked into, I'm sure a lot of people here have done, and a lot of people do. I looked into like drop shipping, Amazon FBA. I looked into like Forex. I looked into trading. Like I see you, Brandon, pointing at yourself. Like I know a lot of people have done this. So I tested drop shipping and it did not go well. It did not go well. It doesn't go well for a lot of people. And so I found this, I think it's called like Millionaire Closers. And I found that. I'm sure a lot of people have seen their ads. And then I was sniped out of there from someone's from Mike's program, whoever did that. I think it was, oh God, who was it? Who sniped me out of there? I can't remember exactly who it was, but basically they did a good job. And they sold me, they closed me into getting into Mike's program, and I got a refund from the other one so I could put money into this. And I knew this was a good opportunity because I did one thing and I just called my dad. I called my dad. I was like, hey dad, I found this opportunity. And if I know if I can apply myself, I'd be really good at it. And I told him like what it was, and it was inbound closing. And I was like, look, if there's one thing that I'm absolutely like really good at, like natural born good at, like what is that coming from my dad? Like, what is that one thing? It's like, you're a people person. Easily, you're a people person. So I was like, okay, that's all I need to hear. So I connected with the right people. I connected with Chris. I connected with Alan. I connected with this person, this person, this person, all the people that were the top winners. I connected with those people, asked them questions. I practiced with them. And day in, day out, I was taking calls. I was learning as best as I could, going through, getting my certifications, and I was crushing those. And it wasn't until I realized that if I really wanted to be very serious about this, I had to go for that upsell for the next opportunity and work directly with Mike. I knew I needed that if I really wanted the golden opportunity, that golden ticket. So I did that. I got PayPal credit. I was like, screw it. I'm just going to do this one last time. It's my last option for credit. And I just put the last dollar I had into that opportunity to work with Mike. And my first call with Mike, he was like, all right, man, I got an opportunity for you. I'm like, all right, let me hear it. So yeah, it's this company called, actually, let me scroll back because this part of the story is huge. As I'm going through Closer Academy, I'm thinking like, how do I really want to take the skill set of sales and blow us out of the water and do something kind of like on my own. So I'm sure a lot of people here know him. If you don't, please look him up. He's an incredible person. I've met him before. Amazing guy, Jason Capital. Definitely follow him on Instagram, YouTube, whatever it may be. He's an incredible person. He's super smart, but his name's Jason Capital. I'm just going to plug him in selfishly. Either way, basically, he was running this program called, it's escaping my mind right now. If I think of it, I'll say it, but he's running this program to where you basically create your own digital marketing agency, and you get to potentially partner with like a company called Agency Box. And so I was in Jason's program at the very beginning of it. And this guy, Dylan, chimes in on Jason's program and says like, hey, like you're running your own agency. The best thing to do is to partner with someone like Agency Box so that we can fulfill those orders. And so you don't have to build websites and do SEO and all this kind of stuff. It's like, okay, cool. So I'm going to take everything I'm learning with sales with Mike's program. I'm going to build my own agency, and that's my path. That's what I figured out. Cool. So I reached out to Dylan on Instagram, said, hey, Dylan, my name's Adam. Just wanted to reach out to you. I'm really looking forward to building my own agency. Just can't do it right now because I wanted to focus on Mike's program first. Always put all your energy into one thing, crush it, then move on to the next. That is super important. Don't have one foot here, one foot in the other. Pick one thing and fucking go for it. Excuse my language. That's what I did. I texted Dylan and said, hey, I'm coming back to this. I want to run my own agency. So I just put that on the side until I could complete all my certifications with Mike's program. That was my plan. But here's what happened. Here's the kicker, guys. Here's what's crazy. So Mike, he's like, all right, man, I got this opportunity for you. So, all right, cool. What is it? Well, it's with this company called Agency Box, and this guy Dylan runs it. Wait. You're telling me the company that you want me to close for is the company that I was going to go partner with to build my own agency? Like I was going to be a client of theirs, like be a partner with theirs. Instead, you want me to work with them? Dude, done. He's like, you already know them? Like you already know like what they are, what they're doing, what they're selling, what the product is. I'm like, yeah, like I'm already sold on it. I was going to invest in it to begin with. He's like, this is going to be easy. This is going to be no brainer. So me and two other guys got set up for this closer position just to see how it went. So we start, and probably like 3 hours into it, the two other guys are dropped. I'm the only one left, and I am taking all the sales calls, and I make about $10,000 in the span of like 7 days. just like that, off the first opportunity. A couple of days later, Dylan and Brett are like, hey, yeah, that was incredible. Before you even think about moving to anywhere else, you're coming out to Vegas, work with us. And the rest is history. I'm now in Las Vegas, and that was about coming up on 9 months ago. So now I'm the VP of sales at Agency Box. I am the head coach I'm the head business and life coach here. Today is coaching day. So I've got about 15 calls coaching everyone on growing their own agency. I love coaching. And third, I run my own agency. And fourth, I'm connected with Brett and Dylan and all these other incredible people that are making millions upon millions and millions of dollars, but they're connected with such high level people that I'm learning so fast. And so many doors are opening. So for everyone listening to this story, know that this can absolutely happen to you. You get put in the right spot, you prove yourself, you work your ass off, you bring value, not to just sales, but in other aspects of the business, and they'll never let go of you, ever. That's what I'm doing here. VP of sales, awesome. But now I'm also the coach. I'm running my own agency. I had no photography. If you go to my recent post on Instagram, I'm going to plug my Instagram real quick. It's just Adam Hogue _. If you go to my Instagram, my recent post is with like 8 other high level people making millions and millions of dollars. And so I got these big people who are verified on Instagram commenting on my picture. Thank you for the photos. You're adding value constantly. People are never going to let you go. But that's my current situation. I'm having an absolute incredible time with what I'm doing. And it's all because of Mike's program, working your ass off day in, day out, always improving yourself, reading books, listening to podcasts, connecting with the right people, and you'll make it, guys. You absolutely will. So that is my story in a nutshell. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. And Chris, if you just want to let me know how we go forward from here, but thanks guys for hearing me out. Oh, let me share this as well real quick. For those that are a little worried about like, how are they going to do this? Like, how am I going to make 10,000 grand my first time selling? Or like, can I even make it through the certifications? Like, can I do this? So I had my final test, final certification, which is what is it called? Remind me, Chris, the final one. It's the closer. Yeah. So I think I did it 3 times, but guess what, guys? I never passed it. I still haven't, never passed it. So I had my final test, and I think it was the second or third time I had to try it. And this is a true and honest story. You can ask, I think you can ask Bing about it, because he was the one testing me on it. So of course, we turn our cameras off, we do the 3, 2, 1, and we start. And I ask like one question, I say one thing, and then they say something, and then I just break down. I don't know what to say. I get incredibly emotional. Like I almost like start crying. I have so much anxiety, and I'm so stressed about passing this one little certification that it just like trips me up. And the reason why is because it was called a test. I was a terrible test taker in school. So it messed me up mentally to where I just would fumble my words. I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't know how to present myself. I was beside myself. I did not know what to do. It was really, really hard for me to take that final test. There was a lot of pressure for me because of the word test, all from being a terrible test taker in school and not doing well in school, not the best, and not liking school either. It was right after that test I was placed with Agency Box, and then I went to make $10,000. Now, why is that? Is because I was thrown into it, and I believed that if I provided value, helped people, and believed in the product, it would sell. I was a people person, not a salesman. I led with value. I asked questions. I cared about changing their lives. That's why I did so well. It wasn't taking a test. I was there to provide value and help people. That's why I did so well. So know that when you're going through these tests and these certifications, think of it in the form or the mentality of, I'm here to help people. Then you'll do very well in those tests. That's what we're here to do, change people's lives.
I would like to ask Adam, because I know that a lot of people have tough times. Everybody has a life. They're crazy busy. I mean, 1.5 million things going on, right?
Sure.
Because there are times when people are like, oh, just like you said, oh, can I do this? I'm not really sure. I know that's something similar that you also went through. Would you be able to kind of share a little bit more about like what kind of went through your head and what allowed you to push through all of that in the end?
Yeah, absolutely. So I had a major motivator when I was in my mom's basement, and that was being 26 in my mom's basement, not making a lot of money, And also, I'm just gonna be completely transparent and honest. That's just the way I am. My relationship with my mom at the time was very, very toxic. We saw what was going on in the current world, polar opposite differences. Like every single day, CNN or MSNBC, sorry if you guys listen to or follow any of that stuff, but that's just the way I am. But CNBC and CNN was on the TV every single day, every morning until night. Maybe a show came on, but it was either watching the news or some reality TV show where it just sucked her time away and she was just trapped into it. She was in her own world where like any other opinions or perspectives just did not matter. So we would butt heads. And this is a very true story. I was downstairs. I was in my room and I was probably watching videos on Mike's program or looking at some sales YouTube video or something like that. Who knows? I was always up to something, even if it was up till 1 a.m. But basically, I was just on my phone. I was about to go to bed, and she sends me some like article, and it's something from the news about COVID or lockdowns. I don't remember exactly what it was, but either way, I was like, "Hey, mom, like, I appreciate you sending this to me, but please do me a favor, like, please don't send me anything from mainstream news." She said, "Okay. Is there any like news source I can send you?" And I was like, "As of right now, there's nothing, but if I find something, I'll let you know." She sent me one word back. I probably shouldn't even been sharing this. She wouldn't like this, but this is just the reality of what happened with me. She sent me one word, and that word was sheep. Now I know the one that doesn't want to listen to mainstream news is the one being called sheep, but either way, I'm her firstborn son. I'm living in her house. My own mother called me that, and it hit hard. It still hurts me. I still haven't talked to her about it, and I've got to talk to her about it. I can't let that sit on my chest, on my shoulders. But it hurts so much. I was like, all right, screw this. I'm done. I invested in Mike's program. I worked my ass off, and that was my motivator because I did not want to be in a toxic environment anymore. And that's what pushed me to sell so much in that first round and then get out here to Vegas. So what's my motivator now? My motivator now is like, I want more. I want to make more money. I want to help more people. And I want to bring what changed my life to other people. So someone sold me into Closer Academy. They did. They sold me. Awesome. Thank God they did. Thank God I'm going to sell someone into what we're offering here at Agency Box because I'm going to help change their life. Not only am I selling them on the program, but I am also the coach here. So they know, they trust that what I'm selling them isn't like, hey, here, go to the next person, to the next person, to the next person. And then maybe you'll get a coach and then maybe you'll get some help. Instead, it's like, hey, I'm going to sell you on this, but then I'm also going to flip around and then coach you at the same time. I'm here to help. That is what really gets people into like programs, into selling them something, is knowing that you're actually there to help them. So my motivator now is taking people out of the situation I was in their mom's basement, in college, in debt, 9 to 5, whatever it is. That's everyone's motivator. I'm going to help people get out of those situations because I want out of that situation.
I'm working too.
So that's my answer.
Absolutely, appreciate it. And then one more question, I'm going to turn it over to the floor for Q&A.
Cool.
Okay. We already know you work hard and all of it. A lot of people are always wondering, oh, what do I need to do to succeed, right? I want to be like Adam Hogue. Adam, since you've left me, you don't even know how many times I hear that. It's like, dude, I literally have you in the back of my mind always, okay? So question for you, what do you feel that you did in order to succeed and get to the level of success where you're at today?
Know that no matter where you are right now, there's always going to be a barrier, something in the way that is going to stop you to getting to that next level. So you, like, I think Mike says this all the time, but you got to remove that branch. Sometimes it's a damn log you got to move out of the way. But that means learning a new sales tactic. Maybe that means connecting with this person, or that means finally taking care of your own body, your own health. Because sometimes when you have that own integrity, it's very easy to sell them onto something because you now believe in yourself. So sometimes it's taking care of your own health. Sometimes it's saying, okay, I'm going to promise myself I'm going to do this every single day. So that way you believe in yourself, you believe in your integrity. And then it's much easier to not have that like imposter syndrome, or I'm giving advice that I'm not even taking. So definitely you always want to be improving and looking for areas that you can improve, and also asking other people, hey, where can I improve? I do that with my bosses almost every single day. I probably bother the hell out of it because I'm like, hey guys, Like every week I'm like, all right, cool. So this is what I did this week. I did this, and this. This is where we got to. I know that I could probably improve here and here, but like I want to know from you guys, like how do you guys think I can improve? So I take what they taught me. I maybe go listen to a book they suggested or a podcast or whatever information they give me. And I'm always improving. So that is huge, is remove those little branches out of the way, always keep learning, improving yourself, believing in yourself. The more you do, the more action you take, the more you will believe in yourself. The more you show up for yourself, the more you will believe in yourself, which means therefore more people will believe in you and what you're selling. And then bam, you're making a lot of money. You're helping a lot of people.
Absolutely beautiful. A follow-up question on that too. Obviously, you're a very talented guy, right?
Appreciate it.
You feel that the Closer Academy helped you kind of get to that next level? I know you kind of said it a little bit, but like, what was kind of that big thing within the Closer Academy that helped, and how much like the Closer Academy led to your success in your opinion?
Yeah, absolutely. So I work with someone, his name is Brett Knudsen. His Instagram is just Knudsen, K-N, here, I'll just type it in, Knudsen. So this is my boss, my business partner, but his mind is absolutely incredible. You can be an absolute killer in sales, but if you don't know how to listen to people's concerns and actually respond to them, pull in those emotions, and then react with them, not at them, but with them. So that means they're at a lower energy. So maybe you need to be a little low energy to synchronize with them. And then you bring them up with you. Exactly. Emotional intelligence. Brett is an absolute master when it comes to psychology, emotional intelligence. And he has told me multiple times that that's what I'm really good at. He's told me that I'm not the best at sales, but because I understand emotions, I'm able to connect with people, I'm able to be vulnerable, I'm a killer at sales. That's why. It's Mike's program that gave me the tools, the resources, the know-how, the sales tactics that I could apply to my people skills and then become a killer in sales. So if you really want to be good, it's not what Mike has, but it's also reading psychology, mental health, emotional books, and listening to podcasts. When you marry those two together, you're going to crush this. Absolutely crush it. Those two together, you can't lose.
Absolutely. And fill everybody in a little bit. So your boss, Brett, fill everyone a little bit who this guy is.
So he works directly with people like Grant Cardone, who Mike learned from. He works directly with Jason Capital, works directly with Jay Shetty. Man, I mean, the list is absolutely massive. Gary Vaynerchuk. I mean, the list goes on and on. But the reason why he's connected with them is because he has a high emotional intelligence. He's not actively looking to like sell anyone anything. He's just looking to bring value. And when he brings value, whether it's connecting this person with this person or giving them a piece of advice or just being a good friend, they're always going to come around and give him money because he's just a great person, whether they're going to buy marketing from him or they just need a connection. His name is Brett Knudsen. I put his IG in there somewhere, Knutson. But he's just a genius. Listen to the people that have made it. If someone has something you want, listen to them. Do what they're doing. Because if you do what they do, you'll probably get what they have and more.
But for anyone that's like, I don't know, should I make the jump? It's so much money. I don't have that money. What would you tell those people after going through the entire process?
What I'll say is you definitely need to have some sort of direction in terms of what you want to do with this. So if that means you want to, by the way, learning sales is something that you can use across the board, no matter where you are, whether you're selling them something like a program or a service, or you're selling them a car or selling them a pen, like it doesn't really matter. You're always selling yourself, maybe not actively, but you're presenting yourself, and maybe then they're interested in what you're talking about, who you are, and then they're going to want to know what you maybe have to offer. That is a big reason to the success of my own digital marketing agency is I don't talk to them about business or marketing. I talk to them about their business and why I'm interested in it, why I'm passionate about it. And they're like, yeah, like it was great to talk to you. Like, do you have a business card or anything like that? I'm like, yeah, here you go. And then we maybe start talking about business stuff. But it's all about knowing that sales can get you so far, whether it's in a sales position or knowing how people sell to you. That is a huge piece as well. If you know people are actively selling to you, then you probably know that there may be as a sales tactic to learn from them, or maybe they're not doing so well. And then you learn, hey, like that was not a good salesperson. Now I know not what to do. So learning sales is just something that's incredible to know from the get-go. We live in this reality of instant gratification. TikTok, scroll, Instagram, DoorDash, whatever it is, instant gratification. Success does not come overnight. I believe I was one of those cases that just like broke through pretty quick, but success does not come overnight. Whether you're building a dropshipping business or a digital marketing agency, or you're going into sales, you have got to work at it consistently. For everyone here, you can't just be like, okay, like I got to make money like tomorrow and all of a sudden I'm making $10,000 a month. Like that's not how it works for just about anyone. You have got to day in, day out, grind this out, connect with the right people, because if you are very, very serious about making really good money and helping a lot of people, you have to put the work in every single day. Forget the Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. It's now a Sunday to Sunday from 9 to 7 p.m. That's the new structure. That's when you make millions of dollars. So for everyone at the very beginning of this who thinks like, okay, like I'm just here to make maybe like 2,000 or 3,000 a month, like, cool, that's fine.
Adam! Hey!
Oh my God.
Dude, sorry to fucking jump in and spoil the parade, man. I heard you were on here. Dude, I had to jump on, bro. I had to jump on.
What's up, man?
Like 4 minutes, all right?
What's up,
Let me turn off my music.
I came out of nowhere.
What up, man?
What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Dude, it's good to see you. How's everybody
to see you
doing?
as
How y'all
well.
doing?
Good.
Yeah,
Good. How
what's
you
good,
doing, Mike?
Mike?
What's up,
Amazing.
bro?
Let's
What's
go.
Great.
Yo, I was like,
Hey,
yo, who's
Mike.
that crazy dude that's following right now, interrupting the
I hear all my
conversation?
customers. I was on mute,
That's
man.
the man.
Listen,
That's the man.
Adam, I gotta say two things I gotta bounce, man, but I heard you're on.
Yeah.
First thing is, dude, this guy right here is the real fucking deal. Okay, he's the real deal. He's not a paid actor. He looks like a young Leonardo DiCaprio, but he's not a paid actor. And this dude, what he told me when I met him, everybody listen up here. Are we recording this? I met Adam Hogue at the beginning of this year. And he said, Mike, I'm all in on this deal, and I got no other way. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, dude, I'm driving Uber. I have my last savings, and I put it in this academy. And Mike, I've seen this, I've seen that, I've tried other things, but I just felt like this might be different. And he's like, Mike, I'm trusting you, but with me, I will give you my all. And if you show me the right way, not only will I take it and run with it, I'll do even more. That dude has not he has not fell short on any of his promises and his commitments. And I gave him this much, and he fucking took it, ran with it, made it better. And dude, I know you're only getting started. I know that 2021 was a life-breaking year for you. I know what you did this year is going to pale in comparison of what you're about to do in 2022. I know that for a fact. You're speaking.
22 is about to get crazy.
Yes! I want to change your lives right now, bro. I got nothing but love for you. You let me know how I can support you. You let me know how I can flow you power. You know what it is, bro, and I got you. And I love you, fam. That's all I can say.
I love you, Mike. Appreciate
Okay,
that, bro.
everybody, have a good day. Have a
You
good
too,
week.
Mike.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh man, isn't he amazing? God, I love Mike. Oh, I love Mike.
Yeah.
He
Hey, man,
truly
that was
cares for
a
everyone. He
genius.
cares for everyone.
Genius.
Yeah. But just to wrap up on the last thing I was saying, you going into this, know that everyone at the beginning cannot wish for overnight success. People that have made it to the top, whether they're making 10K a month, 100K a month, I'm serious, $1 million a month, like these kind of numbers. If you ever want a piece of that, you have to work your ass off every single day. This is no 9 to 5. Give me a paycheck. I'm safe with that. This is I want my fucking money. I want to help as many people as possible. So let's put the time in. Let's put the work in. Let's grind it out. Let me connect with the right people and let's blow this up. So you gotta put the work in. All right.
My thing is, we hear people say all the time, you got to put the work in, you got to work hard, you got to do that. So when you say putting the work in, what is specifically, like, what type of work are you preferring to?
Millionaires have like morning schedules, that they have morning routines, but billionaires are so precise with their routines. So what I mean by that is you wake up and you do the same thing every single morning. You wake up at the same time every single morning. You have a structure. You do that same thing every night as well. But everything that you're doing is connected. So if it's business related, then work on it. If it is about your health, work on it. If it is about your mental health, work on it. If it's about your spiritual well-being, work on it. Everything is attached. If you need to talk to a family member because that grudge, that trauma, whatever it is you haven't addressed is still affecting you, then it's going to spill over into your business. You have got to get your house in order and take care of everything, because everything flows into each other. So if you're not taking care of your body, you're not taking care of your own personal health, that's going to spill into business. If you're not taking care of your business side of things, then it's going to spill into your own personal health. You're down on your business. So, okay, let me get some McDonald's and let me sit back. Let me watch TV all day. No, don't do that. Don't fall back into that trap. You always have to be moving forward in every single facet of your personal life, every single aspect. So that means taking care of and going on a walk, getting the sun on your skin, drinking some really good water. Like I drink a gallon a day, eating really good food. Everyone's heard this, you are what you eat, but I cannot stress that enough. You truly, truly are what you put into your body. So if you're eating junk, you will say and be junk. I'm sorry if that rubs people the wrong way, but guys, true. It's so true. You've got to treat your body like a temple and take care of yourself, because other people will see that. If you're taking care of yourself, like if you look at any of the millionaires and billionaires, for the most part, their health is one of the most top priorities because it spills into business. So when I say work hard, that means work hard on everything in your life. Take care of yourself, take care of others, make some money, and you will succeed.
What do you do when you call somebody and they are homeless, but they opt into Mike Barron's Academy anyway, and they're working and they really want to change their life?
So there are multiple ways to add value without it being financial. So for someone that is like, that's funny that you're asking this, because I saw a TikTok, but there's this guy that was just cleaning windows of cars that were going through the intersection. And so there's this guy that had a really nice car, and he would go through that intersection on purpose just to have his windows washed. And one day he gave him a card for his business, for the company he's working at. And that guy reached out to that business, and he ended up being the manager of everyone that was cleaning the windows for that big skyscraper. And now he's making like something like 80 or 100K a month. And all he was doing is washing windows on cars. And sometimes they get money, sometimes they wouldn't. There's always a way to add value, whether it's washing someone's windows, or maybe I can carry someone's groceries and maybe get a couple bucks from it. Like there's something somewhere. I wish I could come up with more ideas right now, but definitely just sit down and maybe Google. But there's always ways to add value, whether it's financial.
But she is working. She's working in a dentist's office.
Okay, she's working in a dental's office right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, maybe she can. Does she have a phone?
Yes.
Okay, well then maybe she can pick up the idea of creating content for that dentistry on TikTok about how to take care of your teeth. Maybe they share the team, maybe it's funny. And then all of a sudden now there's more business being brought to that dentistry. And now she's got a piece of value of creating content, and she then get paid for it, or she can bring this idea to other dentistries and then sell them on this content strategy. There's always a way, always.
Okay. Yeah,
sit down with her, and whether like coming into Mike's Barron Academy could definitely help her out. There could be another method. Like I don't want to say absolutely 100% go with Mike's solution. It could be very, very helpful for her, but in her specific situation, maybe there's something right here, right now that could help her maybe get to that next step to then get into Mike's program.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question is, actually one of the things that you were talking earlier was, the millionaire structure of kind of your day and your schedule, right? like how did you, you know, start kind of working on that at first as well? Because now I started putting everything on my schedule, you know, trying to actually line up everything that I know, you know, when to wake up, do this, and have a structure for it. You know, how did you kind of like start working on that, you know, more to build it up basically?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've done this multiple times to where I would create a morning schedule, a night schedule, and I would do it for a while, and then I would stop, and then I would do it again, and then I would stop and do it again and stop. I'm sure a lot of people here have done that. I'm going to do this, and then you stop, and then I'm going to do this. Okay, now I've got to figure it out, and then you stop. So here's the trick. Here's the top 2 things that really helped me out. Number 1, start small. You cannot be adding 5 or 10 things all of a sudden and then think you're going to be able to do all of them every single day. You got to start small. So if it's 1 thing or 2 things, just do those 1 or 2 things. That means waking up. First of all, do not, and I mean this, please do not touch your phone the first thing you do when you wake up. You're already starting your day off on the wrong foot. Wake up, let your mind just think, get some water, walk around, get out in the sun. So start small. And second is going to be start small and simple. So waking up and maybe writing in a journal, walking around, getting water, definitely drink water first thing. Don't touch your phone, meditate, write in a journal. Like those are like very simple things, first things you do in the morning. But the other piece to this is find 1 thing on top of those things. Find 1 thing that has been on the back of your mind that like, I've been wanting to quit this or do this for so long. Now let's finally do it. If it's been eating at you for this long, then do it. So do those small little things, but that other 1 thing you've been trying to like quit or add into your life, just start doing that 1 thing. The biggest, most important thing that you think is going to change your life. If that means quitting cigarettes, quit those cigarettes. If that means stop watching porn, stop watching porn. If that means going on a walk every single morning, then do that. Whatever that 1 thing is, do that 1 thing plus the other little small things. That's where you start. In the morning, very simple, small. And the other thing is, what is the 1 thing you're trying to add into your life or get rid of so that then the other things become easier to overcome or add into your life.
Right.
Yeah.
So like your head is not like all over the place trying to like get everything together at the same time, right?
Yeah, keep it simple at first and then build upon it. Once you've done it over and over again, consistency, then add into it. If you then add that 1 thing and then you pull back, you stop doing it, then go back to the basics, restart. There's this thing called 75-day hard. I'm about to start doing it. If anyone wants to join me, feel free to join me. My birthday is on the 16th, so I'm starting 75-day hard on the 16th. That is my birthday present to me is accountability for myself. So on my birthday, I'm giving the gift of accountability to myself. So I'm starting that on the 16th. But start small, start simple, add things over time. If you trip up on one of them, go back to the beginning and just keep moving forward, and you'll build up that thick skin and that belief in yourself of I can accomplish this, and let's keep moving forward.
I'm in the closer theory courses right now. I haven't taken my practical yet, but I just want to ask you, when I do pass that practical, if you had to narrow it down, what are the top 3 things you think I should do like right after? Like it could literally be anything, any advice you can give me like right after to get started.
I'll give you like a top 3. I'll think of a top 3, but I'll give you a top 3. 1 is you now have a foundation. That's it. You have a foundation, a very good one, but you have a foundation. So that means you have to build upon it. So more sales books, podcasts, learning from others. So keep expanding your mind, your knowledge, your know-how, your skills. Keep expanding. You're only getting started. I'm still only getting started. I'm good, but I want to be incredible. So you have to keep learning. You got to keep growing and expanding. So that's key point number 1. 2 is you always got to keep practicing. You'll get rusty, you'll forget, you'll get comfortable. Like I will be honest, I got this last sales push, I got a little too comfortable, which means I didn't do as well. I learned a lot from it. Like almost everyone in sales goes through a slump. It wasn't a slump, but I learned a lot about what I wasn't doing, and I was not expanding my skills as much as I thought as much as I should have been. I was comfortable with what I had done before, But I was like, okay, I learned a lot from this experience. Now I need to learn this. I need to learn this. I need to connect with this person. So you got to keep practicing. Find someone in here, connect with them, and practice every single day. Successful sales teams practice and they drill every single morning, every single day. They always do that. We're about to be bringing people here to do appointment setting, and I'm going to be drilling with them every single morning, not only for me, but for them. We got to do this together. So one is always expanding, learning more. Two is going to be practicing every single day. Third is going to be taking care of yourself, your mind, your physical self. Like you can't ever let go of that. You have to take care of your own personal health. If you let that slip, then everything else will slip. So take care of yourself. Those are the top three things. If it means starting to take care of yourself, then do it. If it means continuing, then continue. But either way, those are my top three.
You said you have your own agency, right? And then you're working for a different company, so you can do multiple businesses at once.
Yeah, so it's the beauty of the place I work at. Basically, what I'll just share this real quick. Agency Box is a white label marketing company. So what I sell people into is our elite program, and we have a whole bunch of coaching and features to help them take their agency to a whole nother level. Marketing agency. So what people do is they partner with Agency Box, and Agency Box fulfills all those marketing services for them. So SEO, websites, ads, followers, whatever it is, we fulfill all that work instead of them having to do it. And then we have a bunch of resources for them to learn how to build an agency. So instead of me having to build a website, I just outsource it or insource it to Agency Box, and they just do all that work for me. So all I have to do, or agency owners have to do, is manage their clients, talk to them, make sure they're happy. And that's all I do. I just help people. Like I help them grow their business. I sell them on the marketing services, and I help them build their businesses. So I don't put as much attention into it as someone who is partnered with us, because they are building a legit business. And like, that's really their main focus, is to have an income. So I have a safe income here to where I don't put too much focus on my agency. And also don't want to, because this is my main focus here. I don't want my focus to be pulled away from here. This is what I'm super focused on. My agency is completely on the side, and then my clients know that. Like, hey, I might get back to you in a couple of days from now, or hey, this might take a couple of days or a little bit longer. Like, I just want to let you know that is the truth of the situation. They're like, totally understand. We just love who you are. We just want to work with you. No worries.
So your agency is pretty much the same as Limelight?
No. So it's specifically digital marketing. So like,
oh, okay.
So someone like Mike. So if he's not, I've pitched this to him, so I'm going to plug myself in here real quick. He's not verified on Instagram. I want him to be verified on Instagram. So if he wants that, he's got to pay me for it. If he wants that blue check mark, then I can get that for him. No problem. If he wants it though, it's completely up to him. But yeah, that's what I can do. I can work with personal branding. I can work with businesses. I can help any of them. But that's what building a digital marketing agency is really all about. No one here is perfect. No one is. Not a single person. Not you. Anyone else. Nobody's perfect. I don't care if they're making $1 billion. Nobody's perfect. Everyone is still going through something. Everyone has a story. I still go through my own shit. I still doubt myself. I still bring myself down. I'm not perfect. I still mess up. I make mistakes. Like, that is life. You have to go through low points, through the shit, to experience all the good stuff, all the high points. So I still beat myself up about things. So I still don't believe in myself sometimes. Like that sometimes just creeps in. That's life. It's just what happens. But it's how you overcome it, how you react to it, how you sit with that energy, how you sit with those emotions, and how do you work through them. That's when you build up that skill and that confidence in yourself. Is how do I react to all these tough times? What am I being tested on right now? How can I overcome that? And then the more you overcome it, then you get this, you get less of that feeling of I'm not confident, or I can't do this, or like someone's better at this than I am. Like who am I to think that I can make that kind of money? Like I can't do what Adam's doing. There's no way. You absolutely can. You're going to get tested over and over and over again. You're going to go through those valley of despairs to where like, oh man, I can't do this anymore. Like I tried, but did you actually try? Like that's the test. Did you try? It's testing you right now. You're in that spot. Are you going to keep pushing forward or not? So I still go through that. Everyone else here does as well. Just keep working, guys. Believe in yourself. You will make this work. I promise.
I have a quick question. This is actually my first time being here. So I just kind of, what advice could you give someone that's coming over from the real estate space? So going from closing as far as real estate to switching over to something like this, because I'm looking to also build my company as well. So switching over or what have you, what kind of advice can you give in that transition?
Yeah. Are you the realtor? You're currently like actually selling houses to people?
Oh, I'm not a realtor. I wholesale real estate.
Whether you're going to become an inbound closer or not, having the skills of selling yourself, selling a product, selling a service, selling a feature, whatever it is, it's an incredible skill to have. So whatever you're going to be learning here, you can apply to whatever it is you are doing. So everything I learned from sales, I apply with my actual sales position here at Agency Box, but then I'm also selling everything with my own agency. There's always some way to apply anything you learn here with Mike's program and apply it somewhere with the sales angle.
Is there anything from your past that even now that you're in sort of, you've kind of reached a certain level of success that really sticks out in the forefront of your mind, that is something that still every single day it's something you think about that continues to motivate you now?
Yeah. I got something. I got something real quick. So I got bullied. I'm sure a lot of people here got bullied. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm very in touch with my emotions. Throughout middle school, high school, college, even till today, I am the person everyone comes to just to talk, just to unload, just to share their emotions, their thoughts. I provide that safe space, but I got taken advantage for it many times. I got hurt by that. So I got picked on for being soft because in the world of middle school, high school, it's the whole popularity contest. It's a bunch of bullshit. That's not the real world. The real world is when you get out of that. So I was picked on for being very nice, for being kind of like a pushover, for being soft, for being the nice guy, for even having red hair. And it wasn't until this year that I actually accepted and liked my red hair. It wasn't until this year, but that's all because I've now built up the confidence in myself through what I've experienced with sales and where I am now. I now have this space to look at what I've been through, what I've been bullied through, or what people have said about me, and really analyze what of those thoughts aren't or words aren't actually mine, and they were just thrown at me. And I just would say like, oh, like I hate my red hair, or I don't like this about myself, or I'm too soft, or I'm too nice, or all this kind of stuff. I would just say that over and over and over and over again, but it wasn't me saying it. It was someone else saying it from a long time ago. So I still trip up about that sometimes, but because I am overcoming a lot of those issues right now and making sales and helping people and improving my own well-being, my own personal health, I'm now able to analyze those as that's not actually me. That's just a bunch of bullshit people said to me because they were hurting more than I was. They were going through some shit in their life to where it was very easy to attack me as the target instead of take accountability for what they were going through. So now it's my turn to take accountability for my own self and know that that was the situation. That's what I went through. And that's not me. I am way better than everything that they ever said. So that still gets me sometimes, but I'm moving through it. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy, but it is needed, is to analyze what people have said about you and realize that's not really you. It's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's not you. You are way better than all of those kind of people because they decided to attack you instead of support you. So you make it, you succeed, and they're going to want what you have. Like, sorry, like maybe I'll help you out. Like, bring me some value, add value to my life, and I'll add value to your life.
Since you're in a place now where you're sort of multitasking, you've got multiple different things going on. Do you think it's possible to do two things at the same time if they're falling under the same umbrella?
I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that.
So like
selling TVs and lawnmowers?
Well, so like I'm going through the Closer Academy myself right now.
Mhm.
I'm also am working in the sales position, working with a real big influencer. She's got somewhere around 1 million followers. So I'm kind of testing the waters on that. So I'm in that position right now where I'm both trying to pick back up where I left off and continue pushing through the Closer Academy program as I'm also working on this sales job at the same time.
Sure.
So and I only took the sales opportunity strictly because it's sales. So since they kind of fall under the same umbrella and they're geared toward the same thing, I decided to run with it.
So one of my hidden talents is taking something someone says and turning it into some type of metaphor. I'm gonna do exactly that for you right now. Okay. So you got a sword, right? Maybe it's a little dull. Maybe like the handle on it, the pommel is like coming off, or like there's some broken pieces. Maybe the leather that's wrapped around it is coming off. So you have a sword, right? And that sword is sales. So you need to improve the handle so that you can better use the sword. Okay, now I need to sharpen the blade so that I can better cut. Okay, maybe I need to improve the leather on it so it's a better grip. You're always improving your sales skills, but in different areas, and it applies across the board. So whether you're sharpening something or rewrapping the leather, whatever it is, basically you can do cold calling, cold messaging kind of sales, or you can have inbound, warm leads, hot leads, or you can be going door to door and selling, or maybe you're doing this other forms of sales over TV ads or whatever it is. There's always a form of selling to where you can improve upon to where you're best at sales across the board. So if you want to be really, 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 really good at sales, then try them all, learn them all. That's when you get really good, is you know how to do cold, you know how to do warm, you know how to do person to person over Zoom, on the phone, over text, whatever it is. Get really, really good at your craft. If sales is it, then get really, really good at it. That means sharpening the blade, improving the handle, wrapping the leather, improve on every little bit of it, and you'll be a master at sales.
Guys, what is up? It's your boy, Mike Barron. Thank you for checking out the channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you don't, I'm gonna come through this computer screen and close you up my damn self. Let's go. I'll see you at the top.